So we've reached our 30 minutes of our second rise time. We're going to run this dough onto our breadboard. It did expand. It looks quite good. So I'm not even going to put any flour on the board. I think I've got pretty good texture here. I may not need flour. I do not want to over flour this. We're getting ready to go into the bread pan. First thing we want to do is cut this in half. This is 2 loaves. This is 2 loaves of bread. We're just going to drop these into our bread pans. I oiled them in corn flour. Them. Yeah. See, it's pretty dry flour. See, it's coming right off. I do not want to add any more flour. So I want that to fill the pan. So I'll go with my wooden spoon. Definitely want to use plastic on this, but since we're going to put it in a warm oven, I've got the oven set to its lowest temperature possible. We just want to get some warmth into this dough. We want to get the chill out of it. So, use some oily plastic. Cover that with some tin foil. I'm going to protect that plastic. So tin foil. We will now place this dough into our slightly warm oven. I can just barely feel warm air coming out of it. So, we're going to go another 30 minutes. Reset our timer. We shall return in 30 minutes. So we've come up to our rise time on 30 minutes inside warm oven. It's slightly warm. Nothing huge. So I can actually grab the pan. The pan is, it's pretty warm. Let's pull our cover, see what we came up with. We're getting there. I think we want to go another 30 minutes. So let's get our oily plastic back on there. Okay. There. And our protective tin foil. And we're going to give it a flip, 180 degrees. We're going to go another 30 minutes. Okay, reset the timer. One more 30 minutes should do it. So we shall return. So we have our last 30 minutes of rise time. Let's pull our tin foil. Oh, we're looking beautiful. Come on, come off. We're filling the bread pan. I don't think we can get much better than that. So our dough has risen to the top of the bread pan. We don't want this dough to drop when it hits the heat. So our oven is just basically warm. We're going to place this now back inside the oven. We'll close our oven. We're going to give it 10 minutes on the temperature that it's at, which is slightly warm. It's below 200 degrees. Okay, so we're going to come back in about 10 minutes. So we did a 10-minute rise. Let's take a look. That is superb. If we can hold that through baking. So the oven is just at about below 200 degrees. We just wanted to heat that dough up to get that yeast activated, and we wanted to get our double volume. Now we're going to put it in the oven and we're going to crank it up to 350. Now we go 350. We set our timer. And we're looking at about an hour. So we shall be back. Okay, we used up 30 minutes of our 1 hour cook time on the bread. We're going to rotate the pan 180 degrees. And we'll be back in 30 minutes. Camera's off. So we did 45 minutes on our cook time for our bread. We're going to pull it. We're going to raise the temperature 400 degrees to get our darkness on our loaf. Move our temperature to 400 degrees. That's actually somewhere between 400 and 425. We have some nice color, but we gotta go, we gotta get some darkness on that bread. That bread is done. Okay. We want the oven temperature to come up. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Here we have our loaves. We're going to put these in a 400 degree oven, try to get them dark. So we're going to place them right on the pizza stone. Okay, now we're going to try to darken these loaves. Maybe give them 5 minutes each in a 400 degree oven. right onto the pizza stone, top side down. So we got 5 minutes. Beautiful color. So there's our finishing color. 400 degrees, 5 minutes. Kind of a toasty looking bread. And we shall make burgers with that. It's got to sit for about an hour. Okay, camera's off. We're done on the bread.